Hey guys, Swanny here. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We're on episode 2. If you guys haven't seen episode 1, go ahead and check it out. It was kind of a first look and tutorial on the game. I have done some stuff since we last played. I have my own truck now, and we're just going to be, we're driving. Here's a job list right here. We're going to do this one from Kingsman to Yuma. It's paying out the best price per mile, so we're going to go ahead and do that one. So let's go ahead and set a GPS and we'll go ahead and start driving. Alright guys, so we just picked up the trailer over at Plasters and Son. We're going to go ahead and start our trip over to Yuma. Just go ahead and make sure we cut this wide. Like that. It's kind of a little bit tight in here. Alright, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what my plans are for this game in particular. Part of the reason why I got into YouTube in the first place was, I mean, not only did I enjoy making video games and stuff like that, but I also kind of wanted to be able to share some of my thoughts and ideas with people, just because, you know, I think it's a place where people are open to hearing things, and it kind of gives you an idea of, you know, maybe a little bit more about myself as a person and kind of where I'm coming from. And maybe some of my thoughts on life, and maybe it could help other people out too. So that's my plan for this game, because I wasn't really sure what kind of way I was gonna, you know, share stuff with you guys, but I kind of was starting to think about it, and I realized this is probably the best game to do it with, just because when you think of like a road trip, it's kind of, I mean, this is kind of where people have a chance to talk to each other about certain things. Like if you ever go on a road trip with a friend or a person, it's really the time when you get to catch up with that person and kind of talk about stuff and you know, share ideas and share thoughts and stuff like that. So that's kind of the reasoning behind why I'm choosing this game to do this, and I think that's the way I'm going to do it. If you guys don't like that kind of stuff, that's okay. You don't have to watch it, but you know, I really want to do this just because I think it's a good way for me to kind of get stuff off my chest and talk about maybe some issues or things that people might have questions about. Ooh, I guess that wasn't my light. Oops. It's hard to see out of that cab. Anyway, so yeah, that's my plan. I mean, we have this game. I'm running the rescale map, and I mean, some of the areas of the map take forever to cover. So, I mean, you can see this. It says it's going to take 8 hours. I mean, it's not 8 hours in real life, but you know, it is some time. And I figure instead of just sitting here and really not doing anything, why not use this time to kind of, you know, share some thoughts and stuff like that. So, dude, get over. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Hope you guys are, you know, okay with that. Again, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. That's okay. I still release, you know, my normal videos of X-Plane and Train Sim and you know, LSPDFR and all those other games. But if you guys are into this stuff, then, you know, I hope you guys, you know, will be able to kind of follow along and hopefully maybe share some of the same ideas I do. Maybe as we go, we can open up, you know, questions and answers sections, or we can do, you know, what kind of topics we want to discuss this week. I really just want to get more involved with the people, and you guys, just because, I mean, that's the whole point of sharing our stuff, is so that we can share ideas, share our games, share our, you know, whatever with the random people. So today we're going to talk about you know, why YouTube? Why do people do YouTube? Why should you do YouTube? And that's kind of what we're going to talk about. All right, guys. So why YouTube? You know, YouTube is a really amazing platform and creation by someone who decided that you know, there should be no reason why people can't share their ideas or their you know, something that they enjoy, like playing video games or traveling or vlogging or whatever it is that you do on YouTube, that there should be no limitations on what people should be able to release and share with people, that have common interests. I think that it's just, it's an amazing idea. The fact that you can do all this with no experience, that you can make a film, you can share it with people, you can. It doesn't even matter if it's the worst film in the world. I mean, there's no experience that's required to basically to do this. I mean, if you wanted to do this on a professional level before this, you had to be in the movie career. You had to be an actor. You had to be a producer, a filmmaker, whatever it is, and that requires a career field, and it requires some sort of knowledge and experience and knowing people to get you in the door. And with YouTube, that's kind of all cut out of the picture. I mean, essentially what it is that any person like you or me who has no experience can make a video, share it to YouTube, and people like you or me, I even watch YouTube videos. I mean, it's just a place where we can share common interests and common thoughts and ideas. And I think it's a really, really cool platform. And I personally think that at some point it might even take over, the normal. I mean, just people like even that watch TV. I don't even watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube more than I watch TV, and I think that it's kind of a cool thought that might be something that could possibly actually happen. So, that's my thought on YouTube. My background into why I kind of got into YouTube was, when I was in high school, I spent a lot of times with my friends that, and we kind of stayed out of the bad things. We didn't really go to parties. We didn't really do anything crazy. And looking back on it, I might have, wanted to do it for the experience and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't change what I ended up doing back then, because I think it kind of made me who I am today. But we'd spend a lot of time, making movies. That's just something that we would do. We'd meet up on a Friday night, and we would come up with this crazy idea for a movie. And sometimes they were dumb, and sometimes they were cool. And I just remember that being probably the funnest part of high school and hanging out with my friends. Unfortunately, we've all moved on to different parts of our lives. People gone off to college, and I have a career in real estate, and we just don't have as much time as we used to. But needless to say, that's kind of what got me started into filmmaking. When I was after that, I kind of started making YouTube videos, some gaming, some, I was a hockey player, so I'd make tributes to hockey players, and I had some minor success with that. I didn't do it for the money back then, and I don't do it for the money now, but I just remember, whenever I had some downtime and I wanted something to do, that was something I could kind of go to, and it was always kind of something to fall back on, and something that was always fun to me. So that's why, I've always decided just to kind of to filmmake. More recently, I'm a big believer in video games being an investment. I think when you grow up, there's a lot of things that you got to take care of. I'm 22 years old. I live on my own. I pay all my bills. I have a full-time job. And sometimes, there's not a lot of extra money to go around to go do fun activities or travel or whatnot. And I'm not saying I don't do that, because I do sometimes, but I do think that for the average person, or, anyone that's just, just normal, it's something you can do that's fun, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. You spend $300 on an Xbox, or even if you get a high-end PC, think about all the money that you would save if, you had to, go on a trip every weekend, or want to go out and do fun activities every weekend, and just think about how much that would add up to. And so if you think about it, making a major purchase towards a video game system is kind of an investment up front. So that's kind of what I do. I go to work, and when I get home, I'm either hanging out with my girlfriend, or if she's at work or school or whatnot, I'll play video games. And that's just kind of what I do with my spare time, and it helps. I not only do I enjoy it, but it also helps me save money and kind of reach my financial goals a little bit quicker. So that's kind of my motives behind it. I kind of realized I was playing video games And I got away from filmmaking and I wanted to get back into it. And then I kind of figured with this whole YouTube monetization thing, I don't expect to make money off of it. If you go on my channel, this is the key thing. If you go on my channel, you look at the about section. It says I'm not here to make money. I'm here to have fun, and that's the key thing behind all this. I'm not here for the money. Obviously, I know you can make money on YouTube. It's very hard to do. I have a very good job. I work in the real estate market. I'm a commercial mortgage broker, and I do a lot of stuff with that. There's a lot more money to be made in that market than there is in YouTube. The reason why I do YouTube is it's a place for me to unwind, share my thoughts, play video games, and share it with people like you who enjoy watching it. So that's my motive behind it. I think saying that for anyone that's looking to get into YouTube, I think the biggest thing of advice I can give to you is just stay true to yourself. I mean, be original. I mean, I can probably tell you that there's not many people out here that are doing what I'm doing with American Truck Simulator. When I made my train simulator video, dubbing real life audio over the gameplay, I don't think there's people out there that do that either. It's something that I realized when I was, just sitting in bed at night thinking, how can I make myself original? How can I make myself stand out? And that's kind of what you got to do. I think staying true to yourself and doing stuff for the right reasons will always yield better results than doing stuff for the wrong reasons and following paths of other people. So that's kind of my thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Again, I want to do this on a regular level. I think there's a lot of stuff that can be talked about. There's a lot of ideas and controversies that we can talk about. And if you guys have any questions or stuff that you guys want me to talk about or shed some light on or share my thoughts on, feel free to just leave it in the comments section. I'd really want to be able to do stuff like this on top of a video game, and I think that with games like American Truck Simulator, it kind of gives you an idea when you have some downtime. It's a good time to just kind of sit back, relax, and just kind of see what's going on with the world, see what everyone's thinking about, talking about, and that's kind of my goal for this segment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first little part on YouTube. Again, if you guys have any more things that you want to talk about, or like I said, I want to do a question and answer segment at some point. You guys can send me questions. I'll go ahead and try to fit them in here somehow. So anyway, that's going to be it for the first section, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll get back to American Truck Sim. Alright guys, we're off the freeway. We're over in Yuma now. Again, I hope you guys, are cool with doing that for this series. I think it makes it more enjoyable for me. It's kind of just a way where I can kind of relax and just take a road trip and just kind of talk it out, share stuff with you guys, answering you guys any questions you guys may have, and I think it will really kind of help us as a channel kind of just get to know each other a little bit better and make it more of like a community. That's kind of what the goal is. So I'll probably try to do one of these like once a week. I don't know exactly how often I'll do it. We'll see. Again, I do have a full-time job, guys, so I try to make videos as much as I can, but sometimes I gotta make that a priority over this. And again, this is really something I just do when I'm trying to have fun and just kind of relax after a day's worth of work, and so just respect that if you can, and just know that there are videos coming out. I'm not gonna forget about you guys. I just can only do so much. So anyway, we're just pulling in here. We'll see what they want to do with this. Go ahead and just park it there. That's fine. I'm not really that great at parking these things yet, so I have to use the outside camera. So I hope you guys are fine with that. I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, ooh, hold on. It's tight squeeze. Yeah, I mean, it's something I need to practice, probably off camera. It's kind of tough to use the mirrors. It really is. probably could have done that. Probably should have re-corrected myself. Hold on, let's try that again. There we go. That's a lot better. Just turn ourselves out, and we're good. Set the brake, unload, and another successful trip. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys stuck around the whole time, you know, thanks for that. You know, like I said, I'll try to bring these out probably once a week to start, and we'll kind of see how it goes from there. And hopefully, if you guys like this kind of stuff, let me know by like leaving a thumbs up. That way, I kind of know that there's people interested in this kind of stuff. Again, it's something I'll probably end up doing anyway, just because I enjoy doing it. But it is nice to know that there's people out there that, and to get their feedback on what they think. So if you guys have any questions or stuff that you want to talk about, leave it in the comment section, and I'll try to like maybe put it on my list or figure out a way that we can work it into one of these episodes. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thanks for stopping by, and take care.